Pre-United States history. Around 1600 AD. Part 4. Connecticut. 1675 to 1676. Connecticut participated in King Philip's War, also called the First Indian War, a bloody conflict between an alliance of native tribes and the New England colonies. The war decimated native populations in southern New England. Massachusetts. 1675 to 1676. King Philip's War, Metacom's Rebellion, devastates native and colonial communities. Rhode Island. 1675 to 1676. King Philip's War, named after Wampanoag chief Matacomet, called King Philip by colonists, devastated Rhode Island. While officially neutral, Rhode Island suffered greatly when United Colonies forces attacked the Narragansett in the Great Swamp Fight, December 1675. Narragansett retaliated by burning Providence and other settlements. March 1676. King Philip was killed at Mount Hope, ending the war. New Jersey. 1676. Quakers purchase West Jersey, promoting religious freedom. East Jersey remains under Puritan influence. Virginia. 1676. Bacon's Rebellion. Nathaniel Bacon leads rebellion against Governor Berkeley. Jamestown burned. Indiana. 1679. French explorer René Robert Cavelier, Sieur de La Salle becomes the first European in Indiana, reaching South Bend. Minnesota. 1679. Daniel Graysolin, Sieur du Lut, negotiates peace between Dakota and Ojibwe. Duluth is later named for him. New Hampshire. 1679. New Hampshire becomes a separate royal province from Massachusetts. Georgia. 1670s. English traders from South Carolina engage in the deerskin and slave trade with Creek and Cherokee tribes. West Virginia. 1670s. Explorers like John Lederer and Thomas Batts mapped the Blue Ridge and New River, claiming the Ohio Valley for England. Minnesota. 1680. Father Louis Hennepin discovers and exaggerates the height of St. Anthony Falls. New Mexico. 1680. Pueblo Revolt, led by Pope of Oque, Owenja Pueblo. Puebloans killed 400 Spaniards and drove remaining 2,000 settlers south for 12 years. Pennsylvania. 1681. William Penn received a royal charter for Pennsylvania, establishing it as a Quaker haven. Colorado. 1682. French explorer Robert de La Salle claims eastern Colorado as part of French Louisiana. Delaware. 1682. William Penn leased Delaware, the lower counties, from the Duke, governing it alongside Pennsylvania. Louisiana. 1682. French explorer René Robert Cavelier, Sieur de La Salle claimed the entire Mississippi River drainage for France, naming it La Louisiana, after King Louis XIV. Missouri. 1682. Robert de La Salle claimed the Louisiana Territory for France. Oklahoma. 1682. French explorer Robert de La Salle claimed Oklahoma as part of Louisiana. Pennsylvania. 1682. Penn signed the Treaty of Shakamaxon with Lenape leader Tamenund, promising fair land deals. Tennessee. 1682. French build Fort Prudhomme near Memphis while searching for a missing crew member. Pennsylvania. 1683. Philadelphia became the first planned city in America. Massachusetts. 1684. Massachusetts Bay Colony Charter is revoked by King Charles II. Texas. 1685. Frenchman Robert de La Salle established Fort St. Louis near Matagorda Bay, challenging Spanish claims. Arkansas. 1686. French explorer Henri de Tonty established Arkansas Post, the first permanent European settlement, as a fur trading hub. Massachusetts, 1686 to 1689. Dominion of New England under unpopular Governor Edmund Andros. Rhode Island, 1686 to 1689. Rhode Island was forcibly incorporated into the Dominion of New England under Governor Edmund Andros, but regained its charter after the Glorious Revolution. Connecticut, 1687. Governor Sir Edmund Andros of the Dominion of New England attempted to seize Connecticut's charter and absorb the colony into his domain. According to legend, the charter was hidden in the charter oak tree to protect it. Andros' rule was unpopular, and Connecticut resumed government under its charter in 1689 after the Glorious Revolution in England. Arizona, 1687 to 1711. Jesuit priest Eusebio Kino established missions, e.g., San Xavier del Bac, and introduced livestock to the Pimeria Alta region. Maine, 1688 to 1763. French and Indian Wars. Maine was a battleground between England and France, with native allies supporting the French. Massachusetts, 1691. New royal charter combines Massachusetts Bay and Plymouth colonies into province of Massachusetts Bay. Massachusetts, 1692. Salem witch trials result in 20 executions. New Mexico, 1692 to 1694. Diego de Vargas led the bloodless reconquest, returning Spanish rule through diplomacy and force. Rhode Island, 1693. King William III extended Rhode Island's territory, causing boundary disputes with Massachusetts. Maryland, 1695. The capital moved from St. Mary's City to Annapolis. Illinois, 1699. First permanent European settlement established at Cahokia by French priests. Louisiana, 1699. First French colonists began settling in the region. Mississippi, 1699. French settlers, led by Pierre Le Moyne d'Iberville, established Fort Maurepas, Old Biloxi, the first European settlement. Virginia, 1699. Capital moves from Jamestown to Williamsburg. Florida, 1600s. Spanish missions spread across Florida to convert Native Americans, but conflicts and diseases decimate indigenous populations. Michigan. By the 1600s, the Ojibwe, Ottawa, and Potawatomi Council of Three Fires dominated the region, with smaller tribes like the Miami and Huron also present. Minnesota. By the 1600s, the Dakota and Ojibwe dominate the region. Missouri. By the 1600s, the Osage, Missouria, and Illini tribes dominated. West Virginia. 1600s, Iroquois Confederacy dominated the region, displacing tribes like the Shawnee, Delaware, and Mingo. Rhode Island. 17th century. Adrian Block described Aquidneck Island as Een Rodelijk Island, a red or reddish island, in Dutch, which may have evolved into Rhode Island. Louisiana. Late 17th century. When French colonists arrived, they found approximately 15,000 Native Americans speaking 22 languages, including the Attakapas, Caddo, Chittimichaw, Choctaw, Homa, Natchez, and Tunica tribes.